Mob drops are one of the most important things in Minecraft, but getting mob drops in hardcore can be, well, rather deadly. Personally, I don't want to lose my world quite yet. So, to combat getting everything that I need, including gunpowder, bones, free supply of arrows, and rotten flesh for those times when I have nothing else to eat, I'm going to be making a fully automatic create mob farm. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so something that I definitely forgot to do in the last episode was a massive upgrade that needs to happen to this lovely little farm that I made, the shiny farm, right? So this shiny farm works amazing. It works really well. It gets me all sorts of stuff that I need. But my main issue right now is the fact that as it's producing things, because I let it run from day 350 to day, day 378 now. But my main issue is, as you see, it didn't produce a whole lot of stuff. And that's because of these. I'll show you over here. That's a whole bunch of flint that I got out of it. And I think that's all the flint that I pulled out of the system. So with this simple little upgrade, this little void upgrade, it adds that little black hole right there. As this thing is running, what it'll do is any little bit of flint that it produces that I don't need it to produce will stop. At 2048, that flint will disappear. Because we have a whole bunch of andesite in there and a whole bunch of diorite in there. So we are pretty well stocked on andesite and diorite right now. So I can go ahead and flip that switch right there, turn that on, get that system running out there. And these numbers will continue to increase as the time progresses and as time goes on, because nothing will stop it. Thanks to the flint being in void mode, it will no longer be an issue. And wow, that's a lot more stuff than I expected there to be. Okay, this thing apparently overproduces everything that I needed it to produce. That's fantastic. That's amazing, actually. So, what can I do about getting this thing running? I can make another chest to empty it out and get it going again. Because the only way I have to shut off the tree farm is by actually just, breaking the belt. And obviously I don't want to just break the belt, because I want to be able to accumulate all of the trees and wood and stuff that I need for this, because I need a bunch of wood, especially for all the builds that I'm going to be building in the future. Any major build or any major changes that I'm going to be putting towards everything that I want to do. So let's go ahead and grab all of this. We'll see a whole bunch more come flying in right now. And we'll just go ahead and throw all of that in there. You know what? I think I'm going to keep the spruce to itself. So we'll throw all the spruce wood into one, and we'll throw all of the oak logs into another. Go ahead and sort that real quick. Grab all of those. Throw that in there. And grab all the sticks and throw all the sticks into another one of its own. That's a lot of sticks. I don't need that many sticks. What are you doing, beetle? Come on now. And spruce. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty well set on wood, sticks, and all that stuff for right now. So I'm just gonna let that thing keep going. Now, as you saw in the thumbnail and intro, I'm going to be building a massive mob farm, and as you see, that mob farm is still non-existent, so I need to go ahead and get started on that. Now, where I'm sitting currently, I have no idea if the idea that I'm thinking about doing is going to work, I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm praying that it's going to work, but if it's going to work, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to do what I want it to do, or if I'm actually going to be able to do what I want to do with it. Now, I would love if this works, because I want this to be a mostly create-based farm. So obviously I'll need a bunch of create things and whatnot. I need to grab my wrench just so I have it for now. I haven't actually started it yet because I will need to pull some power off of over here, wherever I'm going to pull it from, wherever I'm going to be setting this farm up. I'm thinking over here, over in this area, just, you know, elevate it off the ground. It's far enough away from that massive hole over there in the ground that it shouldn't affect any of the mob cap things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on designing and hopefully getting this thing looking the way that I want it to look. Obviously, it needs to be a certain number of blocks off the ground, and it's probably only going to work if I'm near it and whatnot, because, you know, mob farms are mob farms and they can be rather picky and peculiar. So we'll see what we can do about getting this thing going real quick and getting this thing actually working the way that I want it to. So let me go ahead and start designing at least the mob spawning area, mob spawning platforms and whatnot, and hopefully I can figure out something to do about getting these mobs pushed or crushed or anything like that off of this little area. And yeah, hopefully it all works out the way I want it to. So enjoy the little time lapse that's about to happen of me designing this and hopefully it working. So while making this video, I realized that almost 93% of you aren't subscribed. If you're one of those people, please hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. It's free, it's easy, and it really helps the channel out. All right, so you see essentially what I'm going for here. What it'll be is this clutch will get a signal to go, every 30 seconds or so. And it'll get a signal to go, which it'll push and then pull back. Now, I don't think anything will be able to spawn in the time period where it pushes forward and then pulls back. Because, I mean, it's quick, but there is still that chance that they could. So there's still that chance that they could do that pretty quickly. Now, the other thing that I need to do is I need to figure out a timer for that, which would be trying to figure out a way to do it. So if I go into the redstone area and look up redstone, that's a pretty dope looking backpack. Go into the redstone. We've got redstone relays, redstone links, redstone contacts. So what's a redstone relay? Allows power to pass from the input connector to the output connector when receiving a redstone signal. Yeah, that's not something I want to really care about. So repeaters, I should have a couple repeaters left over. I just can't quite remember exactly how long I need it to be. Like how to pass the signals around. I mean, there's not really anything else inside of this that could really do anything for me. Unless Create has something that I'm just missing and I don't quite understand. I don't think... I think my best bet is gonna be some sort of redstone repeater dealy bob, which would be this simple little thing to make. Redstone repeater. I'm missing normal stone. Of course I'm missing normal stone. I don't think I can use andesite for it. I think it actually has to be stone. Yeah. I should have some stone back at my house. Yeah, so you guys see the proof of concept. So now I just need to copy paste that essentially a couple times. I think I have enough to do 6 floors. Yeah, I can do 4 more floors like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is 4 more floors like that. That should allow me to, I mean, it should produce a decent bit. I just need to figure out the crushing portion and like the actual unaliving of the mobs, which I'm thinking of using crushing wheels. As you see, I've made 22 of them. I'm thinking about using crushing wheels. I figure that might be a good idea to do. Might very well be a good idea. So let me check. Do I have stone in here? Do I have stone in here? Do I have stone in there? No. Do I have stone in there? Do I have stone anywhere? Oh, hey, look, 6 stone. 6 stone's not going to be enough stone. I need more than 6. I need at least 100,000. Now that's a little excessive. I don't think 100,000 is what I need. I think let's just make a stack. A stack. Pop those back. Make the 2 that I can. For now. I guess just see what I can do from there. I'm gonna get the last couple, I think. I should be able to make a simple redstone clock out of this. I'm sure I can figure it out eventually, but I'm gonna work on that and I'll show you guys what I come up with, all right? All right, so I set up a simple little clock, as you can see over here. It's what? 2 pulse repeaters and a pulse extender. The pulse extender is set to 1 second. So the pulse will last for a full second. That's how long it takes for these extension poles to go all the way down and come all, and that way they push everything to the end here. But those repeaters are set to 15-second intervals. So it'll repeat the pulse every 15 seconds on each of them. So it equivalates out to 30 seconds, roughly. Roughly 30 seconds for both of them to cycle for 1 full extension of the piston, which, if I'm not mistaken, that should work just fine for pushing mobs off the edge. Now I just need to, again, build up the walls, build up the rest, and get them actually spawning and hopefully crushing. That is my next goal, is to get them actually crushing. So hopefully it all works out the way that I want it to, and I'm able to do what I want to do with it, and it works out. Because I don't think in that time period of it going down and back, anything should spawn. And if anything does spawn, that's going to be obviously a problem, but I shouldn't have any issue with that. We should be fine, and with 6 floors, that should give me ample time for anything to spawn that wants to spawn, and then we can get things dropping down and hopefully crushing and giving me all of their loot and whatnots, because I need bones, I need gunpowder, I need all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to continue to work on that, and then I will see you guys when hopefully I have a somewhat functioning farm that's not yet aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so I have it all set up. All the crushing wheels are set up the way that they need to be set up. Now, the next main thing I need to do is I need to get a wall along all of it, like actually enclose the whole area and enclose the whole thing. So I think I'm gonna go with the andesite like I did on the other one. On that little one right there. I did the andesite laid bricks there. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that makes my mini map super large as well. But I think that's what I'm going to do for that. Now, Obviously, I'm going to do the same thing as I usually do with the logs sticking out. I think I'm going to either use spruce or oak for the trim, like the corner trims of this build. Because I've used fir on every other one. And as you see, I did have to convert everything over here into actual drawers because it's been running and overworking itself and making it look horrible, dropping logs everywhere, sticks, apples, all that fun stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is actually go ahead and use spruce for this. Just change up the design of the building just a little bit, make it look a little different, make it look a little better. I think the contrast of the dark with the light will work well. I might even try seeing what it looks like stripped. Now, see, I don't mind that stripped look with it, so I might end up doing that. Actually, I really like that stripped look with the andesite laid bricks. I really like that. But this is going to keep the mobs from falling out, because that's what they're going to inevitably have happen, is they're going to get crushed by these crushing wheels. Now, I know for a fact that everything's going in the right direction when I add that there. It's going the way I need it to. As you see, it said I got the operate a pair of crushing wheels at maximum speed. So I don't think I'll have an issue with my crushing wheels being what I need them to be. Now, I think this is what I'm going to do, because I need to set a wall here like so. Now, obviously, I'll have to make more of this laid andesite brick, which isn't hard to do. I've got enough andesite to be able to do it, thanks to my lovely andesite factory over here. I've got enough to do it. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about any of that. It's just a matter of, I'm thinking I might actually want to change this front block so that we can see the mobs fall, like actually view them. But the only way to do that is with tinted glass, because the tinted glass keeps them, that's cool, keeps them from, like, keeps light from coming in. That's the only way to keep light from coming in. And now I need amethyst shards, but I don't believe there to be any amethyst near me. I don't think there is any amethyst near me, any amethyst shards or anything like that for me to be able to actually utilize it. So that's going to be a difficult thing to get, because, well, I'm going to have to get amethyst shards in order to make tinted glass. Now, I could just lay it with block all the way up and make it to where you can't see it, but personally, I'd prefer to be able to see all the mobs falling and whatnot and see it working. Now, these sides, I'm cool with it just being I'm cool with it just being this block. These blocks, I'm cool with that. The sides, that's fine. No big deal. The back, that's fine. No big deal. It's mostly just the front, so I can see them actually fall to their impending demise. Also, I really like the fact that you can see my little tree farm on the map there as a circle square thing. So I'm gonna have to go hunt down an amethyst shard or amethyst geode so that I can get amethyst shards, get all that stuff, finish building up these walls. I'll do a time lapse of that, and then we'll go through all of the actual setting up of the sorting area where it shows everything, because I'm gonna get all sorts of things. I should get all of their gear and whatnot, which I'll need to be able to sort out all of that junk and get rid of anything that's not usable for me. So I'll probably have an item vault that will hold all of the other random junk that gets picked up, whereas the main mob drops that I'm after, the sticks, or not the sticks, the gunpowder, the bones, things like that, I'll keep a hold of out here in drawers, which I should have some drawers ready for it somewhere, but obviously I have to set all that stuff up. So I will show you guys me setting that up and all that fun stuff. But I should also show you guys, I got my first bit of livestock right here, little chicken. I got my first chicken. I lured him over here with some seeds. I saw him standing on the stone and figured, you know, he needed to be captured and given a home. So yeah, I'm gonna go work on getting everything else that I need to finish up this build, and hopefully it works the way that I'm wanting it to, and it actually does get rid of the mobs like I want it to. Now, it did push me off the edge, so I feel like it won't have an issue getting rid of the mobs. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So I just got to go find an amethyst geode. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so as you saw, I got the rest of this actually built and assembled and, you know, looking good on the outside. Now I just need to set up an actual collection system on the inside to make it look nice. So my plan here is to take, I completely forgot them, didn't I? Of course I did, but I should be able to make some spruce ones pretty easily. Four of those. So if I take the spruce barrels drawers and put them here, and you know, I'll throw a fourth one right there. So then if I come back here, I should be able to take these and crouch place all of those onto there, put a belt thingy here and here. Where's my ranch? Ranch, not ranch, wrench. Now I should be able to connect this to there pretty easily. But the question is, am I going to be able to make this go in the direction that I want it to go easily? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Do I have any? No, of course not. Of course I don't have any on me. Why would I ever have any of what I need on me? What kind of world do I think I live in? But it does work. I have seen it spawn mobs and offset mobs. I will have to build an AFK chamber a little further away. I might be able to AFK, honestly, over at this farm. I'm not certain yet, but I need to grab, I guess, you and you. That should be all that I needed. Yeah. That should be all that I need there. So I'm going to have enchanted items, I know that, and I'm going to have items that, just junk items that I don't really care about. And for like the enchanted items, I'm going to utilize my item vaults that I have here, along with another little fancy item that I have, the disenchanter. So that'll turn all of the enchanted items, it'll strip them of their enchants and give me all of the XP, so I'll be able to collect all of the XP and keep for myself. So we're gonna build a simple item vault here. And then yeah, that's not enough to make another one. I'd need some more schmooshed iron. But that's okay. I'm gonna put the disenchanter here. Get rid of this block here. I don't know why I have this wall right here. Don't need those extra pieces. That should be just fine. That'll work perfectly. All right, so that actually opens the area up just a wee bit more, which I kind of prefer. And with the andesite casing, I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up. That looks better. So now I need to take my vertical gearboxes, turn them into normal gearboxes. This should allow, if I place it right here, yes. That makes that go in the correct direction, correct orientation. And then I want it here. So right there. Turn that sideways. And then I'll do another all the way out to here, which I know that'll give that the proper orientation, which is not a big deal. That's cool. That's what I wanted it to do. And then we will just do a quick little belt from there. Everything that's not enchanted, or everything that needs to be disenchanted, will come across this disenchanter and then flow into here, which then will go into a brass funnel into the item vault. The item vault should hold a decent amount of items. So I'll put my entrance on this side so I don't have to worry about getting back there. And honestly, I think just to make it look a little better, since that doesn't actually utilize my andesite casings, just makes it look a little cleaner. Then I could put a wall over it around this area so that I don't have to see any of this stuff. Okay, cool. I think that looks nice. I like that. That looks decent. But yeah, so now I need to build a little fluid tank, because that will be the next thing that I have to have, because item pipes will come off of this. I'll put my little mechanical pump there. Turn it around. Go that way. And we'll put our little tank over here. Enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do have enough. Haha. So that will fit fully to the ceiling there, which is good. That's the way I want it to be. I think the only issue now is actually getting this thing hooked up properly. So once I get this all hooked up, I'm gonna AFK for a little while to see how it work, if it worked the way I want it to, if it works the way I want it to, all that fun stuff. But I think what I'll do here, since I know this doesn't matter which direction it turns, it'll be fine either direction. So if I go ahead, iron on me, I don't. So if I go ahead and make a quick gearbox, wait, I already have a gearbox, I don't need to do that. If I place a gearbox here, I should be able to put that there. That should cause this to turn, if I can get it oriented properly. Come out of there, okay. What did I just... Oh, I put the wrong thing there. Like, what did I just do? Yeah, there we go. Now that'll be powered by that, which then now all I have to do, get rid of this gearbox, get rid of this dirt, and not open my backpack. Place, done. Gearbox back in. Spirit taking? Oh, you took my stuff. Oh, so I can get rid of all of my experience. Sweet. I forgot about the fact that I could just get rid of my experience too. I should be able to andesite case. Oh, is it? I might be able to copper casing all of that. I'm not worried about that right now. I need chain drive. Or honestly, I could just do this. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drain all of my levels of experience so they all go in there, and then I'm gonna AFK this somewhere and see how well it works. Advancement made experimental, but yeah, oh, that took all of it. Okay, cool. And that means I have, what, 2 buckets of experience in there? And then, you know, I'll finagle a way to get it all set the way that I want it to for doing everything else. So, should be able to wall off the rest of this. But you guys don't need to sit here and watch all of this. You guys are okay to continue on to the next portion, so I'll see you guys in a second.